Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to set up the budget planner for the month of February. I am super excited to be sharing this with you guys. I am using an Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner. A lot of people will ask me about that even though I've already shared it, but it's an Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner. There's a link in my description box that you can tap on. It's the referral link and you can get $10 off of your first purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and flip to February. I have been using this planner since July, which is literally a record. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to go ahead and do. So this is my debt tracker. I have set this up as a debt tracker. I make my own stickers. I sell them on Etsy. So if ever you want to purchase a budget kit or some budget stickers or whatever, just check out my shop, see if there's anything there that you like. These I make custom for myself, so you won't be able to get this exact pattern, but I have set this up as a debt tracker. I have creditor, starting balance, amount, date, remaining balance. So today is actually January the 28th. On February the 1st, I will come here and write down the starting balance for my husband's student loans. If you do not know, we are working to pay down $27,000 of student loan debt, which belongs to my husband, between now and August. But at worst case scenario, we'll settle for December, but we're really pushing for August. So his creditor is nail net, and so I just use this section here to make to track the debt payments. So that's pretty much what I use that for. Here is my monthly overview, and I don't know that I could ever function without this because I just need it. It just makes me happy. So I do make my own stickers for this as well. Actually, it all comes in like a budget kit if ever you're interested. But what I like to do here is kind of map out any like major financial to-dos that we have, paydays, so I can see what's what and when's what and when's where and all of that. Also bills due in XYZ. So I have a doctor appointment on the 1st. So that will be $60. We both have eye exams on the 2nd. I don't wear glasses or contacts. My husband does. So I have to pay a copay of like $10 or something for the exam. And he'll have to pay for the exam and the contacts, I think. So I think the copay together will be something like $40 for both of us. Cable and internet due on the 3rd. We have Etsy paydays every Monday. Rent and water due on the 5th. I am getting a dental implant on... okay, so it's scheduled for the 5th, or for the 4th. But it's kind of a lot of money. $2,000. I've gotten one before, actually. This is the last one that I need to get, and my teeth will be all situated enough. And I scheduled it and we can move forward with it. But that kind of worries me. It's just a lot of money at once, you know, and that's only half of it. I have to pay the other half at a later date, like after I come back to get the crown and all of that. But anyway, that's what we have going on there. 2 paydays for my full-time job on the 7th. A payday for my husband's full-time job on the 15th. Electricity, we will get that bill later into February, so I'll come in and write in the amount. Honestly, the best part about this is, well, first of all, I don't really like electronics, even though I'm a millennial. So I don't really like calendar apps and budget apps, and all of that don't really appeal to me. It's just not what I want to do, so I don't do it. But I enjoy having this budget planner, or having just, you know, somewhere where I can write down all of the monthly to-dos and bills and paydays and such, so I can reference it at a later date. So that's kind of my favorite part about having this budget planner. And I'm more likely to write down something than to go into my app and like type it in. Plus, I don't really trust apps and stuff like that. That's probably my biggest problem. But anyway, electricity due here. And like I said, I have other budget planners, so I can come back and see, you know, how much electric was last February, that kind of thing. Etsy, a YouTube payday. Both of our student loan payments are due on the 21st. I have strategically made that happen. I want both of our bills, our debt payments, to come out on the same day of the month, only because once we pay off my husband's student loans, and then like after that takes place, then we'll work on my student loans, and it'll all kind of work out the same way, if that makes sense. So that's why I have done that. But I have our student loan payments. This is what's this a payment for? Oh, from my full-time job. It's really Thursday, but I have it on Friday because that. Cell phone bill due for the both of us on the 25th. My personal trainer bill due on the 26th. Our life insurances bill on the bills are due on the 27th, same day. And then both of our cell phone, I just like everything to be the same. I know that's kind of weird, but I just like, our eye exam's the same. That doctor is one that he will never go to due to his gender. So mine is there, but like I try to schedule our dentist appointments for the same, just so they're like kind of in the same, like at the same time. So we can just, not for like budget purposes, but just for like life, so that my husband's going to his appointments. Like if I'm scheduling mine, I'll go ahead and schedule his, just so we can like both get it done and like be on track with our appointments and things of the sort, which we don't have like any specialists or anything like that, but we just, everything's like the same. I don't know. I just like that kind of stuff. So, and then a payment from, a paycheck from my husband's full-time job here. This is our debt goal. And so this is how much we're looking to put towards debt between my minimum payment for my student loans, my husband's minimum payment for his student loans, and then our additional payment or our snowball payment. So moving on to the February budget, this is what we're going to set up today. I will write in our February goals after, like assuming we complete our January goals, that's when I write in the next month's goals. And then I have this as a budget review, which I think I'm actually going to like put an online income report here. I've been doing those. You guys have been loving those. And then this is going to be for business expenses per usual. And then that's the end of it. And then you just move into March. So that is how we are tracking things here. We don't do sinking funds, cash envelopes. We don't have any other debt outside of our student loans. So that's just how this planner works for me. So let's go ahead and like get into this budget. Okay, so I have my phone off to the side. I am referencing notes and the Every Dollar app and all of that to kind of form our budget. So for my income, I'm actually going to budget $7,700. And that is between my income and the rollover, which technically is still my income. So that's what I'm budgeting for my income. For my husband's, we're actually not going to budget anything. He is salaried and we don't use his income to live off of. We actually just have all of it go to savings account, and like his income is pretty much what takes care of everything that mine does not. So you'll see what all mine will take care of. So his will take care of my dental exam because we've been saving his income for a while now. So that'll take care of my my dental procedure. That will take care of any travel expenses that kind of pop up with me, being Shea budgets and all of that. I've, just recently we got back from New York City. I was invited there to speak and my husband wanted to come along, so we had to pay for his stuff. So I'm happy that he was able to come, and I'm happy that we had the savings in order for that to take place. Any business expenses, I am thinking of getting another cutting machine just to make our lives a little easier. So that is where that money will come from. Is really just like a savings account for which we really only another example, I just had a car repair that I did not know that I was going to have. It was $500 and something, and I paid for that out of the savings account. So while money goes in there, it also comes out just as much. So we don't actually budget his income to live off of. And so for which case our total is $7,700. And then I'll come back and do the actual. And then I probably won't do if we're over or under. I'll probably really do another actual. I meant to change that. I tried to customize this kit for me. This is how it comes, when I sell them in my Etsy shop. But really, I do an actual for the mid-month and then an actual for the end of the month. So one of these months, when I go in to like customize my own kit, I'm going to actually change that and we'll be good to go there. So moving on to bills expenses, I'm going to list them. I have them categorized in different categories such as housing and utilities and stuff. And so I am just going to kind of spit them out just how they're categorized. So the first one is housing, for which we have rent/water. We live in the state of Georgia, in a low cost of living area. And by that, I mean not low income, because some people confuse that with low income, but a low cost of living area. That means that when I was in New York doing a budget workshop and people laughed when I told them about my rent, that means that we live in an area where the cost of living isn't incredibly high. It's actually quite cheap, and I love it, and I see no other way to live my life. So water is included with the rent. Rent/water is going up next month, and don't laugh, but it is going up like $50 to $620. And we are under new management, and I assumed that was coming because they've been like actually doing their job and like actually filling maintenance requests around the place, like not for us but for everybody. And they actually have maintenance men who answer the phone and who are like here and working, and they're doing the landscaping over. And I knew that it would come a time after they got here a couple of months ago where we would have to probably pay more for rent. So our rent/water is going to be $620 for the month of February, due on the 5th of the month. Moving on to cable/internet. So this has actually gone up like $1 or $2. And I checked it. So I always check all of my apps to see how much the bills are going to be for the following month. Because generally around the end of January, that's when I can actually put together end of the month. That's when I can put together an actual budget that like might be more realistic. I'll know of any engagements typically, by February, any business type of expenses that I need to be mindful of. I'll know about any appointments. That's when I can realistically put together a budget. I know some people kind of like budget for the whole year and that kind of thing, but really until the end of the current month, I can't really put together like an actual feasible, accurate budget for the next month. I mean, until the end of that month, if that makes any sense. So I did check to see how much they wanted from us, and they want $131.48. Again, up about $1 and some change. I do go investigate because I'm just team nosy and I need to know where these people are taking my money. And I think either the tax went up like a hair or one of the fees had gone up. Nothing too major, but it is $131.48. But you got to watch these bills because they kind of just creep up, and you got to make sure that, you're paying for the things that you're supposed to be paying for, and just go see what's what. All of these bills are on auto pay outside of rent/water. We pay that manually with a check, which is annoying, but that's what we do. Electricity. So as you guys know, we won't know this until like 2 or 3 days into the month when they send me the bill, because it goes from like whatever to the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd, which is quite annoying, but that's how that works. And therefore I never know how much it really is. I could do the budget billing, but I don't really want to. So therefore, we just kind of guess and try to go into the app and see what they're estimating. And something about like, I think it's like $60 to $85. So I'm just going to put down $100 for electricity. For our cell phone bills, we have AT&T prepaid, and we have Georgia Power for electricity, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but it's obvious to me. And then Comcast and Xfinity for our internet. For our phone, we have AT&T prepaid. We have paid off phones. I have an iPhone 10R or whatever. My husband has my old 6S. And because our phones are paid off, and when we decided to pay off our phones, we moved to AT&T prepaid from AT&T postpaid, and our bill was cut in half. So this actually went up a hair as well, from $85.75 to $86.50. I tried to investigate. I think the tax is just a little bit more, like double the amount, So I think that's what's going on there. But for phones, we're budgeting $86.50. Moving on to lifestyle. The first one is my allowance. And so I had a good question at the New York Planner Addicts Masquerade when I was teaching that budget workshop. Somebody asked, if we have a beauty category and we have this category and that category, what's the allowance for? And I like to explain, or I explained the allowance as being like frivolous spending. So like stickers, if I buy them, that's frivolous because I don't need any more and I can make my own. Let's say I want to my husband buys beer, that comes from allowance because that doesn't fit in any other category that we have outside of allowance. If we want to buy just really any frivolous spending comes out of the allowance category. So each month we both get a whopping $100. So that is what I am budgeting for that. And I hope y'all can't hear my neighbors. They're so annoying. But I do have my microphone plugged up because that typically blocks out a lot of that extra noise. I just don't understand how they're talking normally. I mean, they're not talking normally. They're just talking and I can hear the whole conversation. Like, that's weird to me. Like, I can hear. Like, it's echoing and everything. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on to beauty. So I am going to be getting my hair done in February. As you guys know, I have attempted to make it a mission to make myself look like something in the year 2019 just because of the speaking engagements and all of that jazz. So for which case we are budgeting $200. So that's my husband's haircut, my nails, and my hair. And another thing that comes out of allowance also is like makeup and stuff. That's really not a necessity. That's kind of frivolous. So that typically comes out of allowance rather than beauty. The next one is donation/gifts. So I have one birthday in February. And I'm pretty big on birthdays, but I actually already bought her birthday gift, which was a B2K ticket because we will be going to see B2K. Me and two of my best friends, and then one of my best friends' best friend. So that's going to be like a lituation. And so I once had a budget of like $200 here, but I took back $150 of it because that's how much her ticket was, which is about like the maximum that I'm going to spend on a friend for a birthday gift, unless there's like something that like, unless it's like something that they really want or like I think that they would really like and it's like a little bit over. But I try to keep the budget to like $150 max, preferably somewhere around $100. But I went ahead and randomly bought her ticket when I bought mine, for which case I took this back down to $50. And I may still send her like a $25 gift card or like something like on her birthday. I won't see her because we don't live in the same state, but maybe like an e-gift card or something. Maybe I'll send her a planner. I've been thinking about that, like sending all of my friends planners, because one plans, the other one does have a planner. One plans and like writes it. She doesn't plan, but she has a planner and she writes appointments and such in it. My other one has a planner that she doesn't use, and I don't know if my other one does, but her life's pretty hectic, so she could probably stand to use one. So I may use some of my Erin Condren credit to send her like a little budget kit bundle. I mean, not budget kit bundle, like a planner bundle kit thing. And I may not use that. So I'll have to think about that and like probably order that now because it takes a while. But anyway, that is why I still have money here, a little bit here, even though I do already have, even though I do have a birthday in February. By I mean like, not I, but somebody I know. The next one is, in lifestyle, is toiletries. So, you know, we were obsessed with candles for like all of 2 months. And so we're not really anymore. So I'm taking this back down to $60. I also had to like finagle this a whole lot in order for us to meet this goal, which you'll see. The next one is, and this is going to be laundry detergent, toilet paper, that kind of thing. The next one is miscellaneous, and this is anything that we forget to budget for or just randomly pops up. So like sometimes we'll forget, don't judge us, but we'll forget to cancel a subscription or something like that. And or like this month I had a flat tire, so I had to get a plug. It was just $10, but it's still something that came out of the miscellaneous. Now that larger expense for my car, that repair, came out of savings. So it's kind of tricky, but it's, you know, you have to make your budget make sense for you. And this is what makes sense in my head. Just don't think about it too hard. That's what I tried to explain that's why I try to explain at the budget workshops that I do. Just don't like rack your brain. It's supposed to be like simplistic, and I mean, it might be stressful in the beginning, but it should be like pretty simple and like easy flowing, especially once you get the handle on it. It shouldn't be like a thing that forever stresses you out. Money might, but like the act or the art of budgeting should, you know, not be like highly stressful and something that we have to avoid forever. Travel, I am doing 150. I don't even know. Oh, I am going to Myrtle Beach in February for a conference with my job. And so they actually reimburse the costs of pretty much everything, like for food and gas and stuff. So I really just need to like budget for it initially, and then I'll get the money back. So for travel for February, I'm doing 150. The next category is technically health. And the first one is personal trainer. So I do work out with a personal trainer. It's like therapeutic. I don't really do much of anything that's like therapeutic, really. I plan, which is like a hobby and fun for me and an easy way to make money. Also, it has become an easy way to make money, you know, with YouTube and Etsy and everything. But personal training is like the only thing that's like somewhat therapeutic, because I don't find like getting my nails or hair done as therapeutic, you know? So I do continue to work out with my personal trainer, even though I don't really like love it, because I'm sometimes sore and it's hard. So for gym, oh, you guys, that is a bill that I straight up forgot. I straight up forgot the gym. So my husband goes to the gym now, and let me get these. My husband has a gym membership now, and I do. So I straight up forgot to make custom bill due stickers. So I have one pink bill and then one red bill due. That's probably gonna kill me too much, but I might put it just so it stands out. Maybe that's what I should start doing. Anyway, it's due on the 1st. At $19.99, so that's for his gym membership. They no longer have $9.99 gym memberships, which is annoying. And then mine is due on the 17th. Well, it'll probably come out on the 18th or the 16th, but mine is here for $19.99. Okay, moving back to where we left off. Gym, $19.99. And then medical. So as you saw, outside of that large dental procedure, the rest of the doctor bills and dentist or doctor bills, yeah, the other doctor bills were $100. So that will come out of the budget. Any like smaller expenses come from the budget. But anything like major, which we had already been saving up for that dental procedure, it's just now it's time to pay for it, and I don't want to. So it's kind of like we do kind of like have sinking funds, sort of, but we don't stress ourselves out about how much is going into this one and that one and how much came out. It's just like one large sinking fund, if you will, or savings account. I try not to do things that like cause me stress. The next one is gas for our cars. So we both commute to work, but we don't do a whole lot of commuting. We pretty much go to work and come back. So I'm budgeting $140 for gas. And anytime I'm set to go out of town, I always put all travel related expenses here. So if I make carpool with a coworker, but if I have to pay for my own gas some kind of way, or if I want to like just even chip in, even though that would probably be weird because he'll get it reimbursed back to him. So I guess I really don't need to chip in for gas. I don't know. But if I do anything with gas, with the trip, it will come out of the travel category. So the next one is insurances. So car insurance is a waste. I don't even know why I'm putting this here. We just paid our car insurance in full in December, which means we don't have to pay it again until June. Our life insurances are due on the 27th at $42.19. That's for the both of us. And then rent insurance, which is a waste of space too, is paid up until May. But I kind of want to keep it in the budget at all times, both of them, so like I don't forget when the time comes, you know? So rent insurance is $0 for February. And then medical insurance and health and all of that, retirement even, all of that comes out of our checks from our full-time jobs. And the next is food. So I am budgeting $600 for food, which is a decent amount. I understand, but that's what we're going to budget. That also includes groceries, eating out, and dates. So when we do a date, we normally do like a movie, dinner and a movie. Well, yeah, dinner and a movie, or really we don't really go out at night, so it's really lunch and a movie. I mean, like, yeah, lunch and a movie, or we'll do something that's like really centered around food. So that's why all of it comes out of here. So I would say about half of it, I guess, goes to groceries, or half or so, and then the rest to food / dates and eating out or whatever. Next up, we are pretty much almost out of, well, we'll go ahead and put it here. So we'll have my loan, and then we'll have my husband's loan, and the total payment for that. And then the last one would be rollover or savings, but it's technically rollover. Money that is going to go ahead and roll over to March to help us pay bills. That makes the most sense for us. Some people get a month ahead on bills, and so they always have like excess in their account. I don't like that. I just like having what's supposed to be there. That's just what works for us. So my minimum payment is $356, although I do need to recertify, and I can't imagine it's going to go down considering the increase in income. If anything, it's going to go up or stay the same, but we'll see about that. Oh yeah, I guess it is time. I think March is the time that I have to do that. And then for my husband's student loan, so all together, we need to do the math on this. We are looking to put the minimum payment of $304.69, plus the snowball payment of $3,195.31. Why did I just do that? I knew we were trying to put, that was silly of me. I knew we were trying to put $3,500. That was really silly. We're trying to put $3,500 towards his student loans every month up until August. I knew that. And then that leaves the rollover, or the amount that's supposed to be in our account at the end of the month, so that we can pay bills for the beginning of March up until we get paid. $983.10. We do an every dollar budget, which means that all of this is equal to this, which is $7,700. And because I did this for all the other ones, we need to do it there. So yeah, this is pretty much our budget for the month of February. Let me zoom out in case anybody needs, like, I don't know, a screenshot or something. I went and I slanted it. But this is our budget for the month of February. We are super excited. If you were wondering if we were on track to make that payment in January, we are. It is the 28th of the month. We are waiting for one last paycheck from Etsy. And then we will be able to call Nelnet and make that large payment, which is kind of stressful. But it will pay off like 3 or 4 loans, because he has some smaller ones. And then most of them are like $5,000, but there are some that are like smaller. So yeah, we're on track to do that. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.